Sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics.
Hi guys, how's it going? This is your girl Lolly Cosmo, and she knows. Welcome back. If you are new to this channel, I am Lolly Cosmo. She knows. However, I don't know everything, but I go back and do my research. And basically, once I know something or something I feel like I want to share that I want to let you guys know, I get on the channel and I let you guys be aware. That's when Spirit, of course, releases me to give it at that time. Other than that, I just hold on to it or write it down, whatever, for whenever. But anyway, so to not take up too much of your time, because honestly, I wasn't intending to do this video, just to keep it real with you. I literally just jumped out the shower as I was getting the downloads, and I thought I was just going to just lounge with this message as well. So I was like, I'm just going to chill. But Spirit was like, no, you're not. You about to get on here and you about to give the basics of the 5 C's. So I'm like, 5 C's, Well, that's basic for some, but not basic for others, I guess. You know, sometimes we think that people, know for the most part, majority of some of the basic stuff of spirituality or consciousness, when in actuality, some people don't, or they're just waking up to consciousness, and there's some things that they just don't understand. So look, it's called the 5 C's, okay? The 5 clairsenses. And if you are hearing things, seeing things, tasting things, but there's no evidence of food or a person, or you pick up things about a person, and maybe you haven't met them, or you just met them, or you only saw them one time, but you get all these downloads, or you see things, hear things, 9 times out of 10, you have one of these clairsenses. Yes, indeed. Now, some people, particularly Christians or Bible stompers, whatever, people of different church or background diasporas, they call it prophecy, being prophetic. And a lot of people, they think that it's separate or different. And now spirit and intuition, does speak to us in very diverse, unique ways individually, of course, but they are the same. They generally come from the same source. Now, there are some that will argue me down and be like, no, Lolly, that come from the devil. You know what I'm saying? That's demon speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? It's neither here or there. So anyway, Spirit was like, you need to get on here and just, talk about it. Because some people, they have these gifts, they see things, they hear things, but they're not really sure what to call it. And globally, as we know, there are terms, there's terminology for these particular gifts, right? So the 5 clairsenses, what are they? And hold on just a moment. Like, I know I keep smacking my lips. They feel hella parched and dry. Hold on, where's my lip gloss? So you may have one of them or two. Hell, some people, honestly, have all of them, or majority of them, right? Now, there's many types of psychic abilities, right, that correspond with the 5 senses. And, they correlate, and they help us see, hear, feel, or taste. Now, for you Bible stompers, let me go ahead and get out the way. So I did write down some of the scriptures that you can go and do your own research for some reference. So Peter, let's see. Here we go. Peter 4:10. Apparently all believers, they receive a gift or two from God, from source, the divine, whatever you call them. And then there's also 1 Corinthians 12, and I think it's 4 and 5 are either 4 and 5 are either 4, 5, and 6. Spirit just said 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, definitely research and look that up. So psychic intuition, mediumship, Same source, you guys. It's connected. It is all connected. It's like we're drops in an ocean. You know, everything is connected. It's like trying to take a drop, literally, with your hand out of the ocean. Yeah, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so let's go ahead and elaborate. So another way you can explain the 5 clairsenses is like this. And I promise you're going to elaborate. So they're kind of like radio waves, right? And information intuitively and spiritually is always broadcasting, right? There's always information being going in and out, ebbing and flowing, you know, like the ocean or river, like ebb and flow, right? Okay, so we all pick up these sensory gifts through very diverse ways, right? And they all have their own flow. And the more you learn how your personal gifts flow, the stronger they become with time as you begin to let them resonate and, so to speak, train them. Yes. Now, some people are naturally born with these gifts, and sometimes it's generational, way back, and it just keeps, you know, someone gets the gifts like a newborn, and they grow up, and then, you know, it just goes on and on. Whereas others, they have to kind of like just be aware and kind of be receptive. For one, you have to be receptive and believe that they exist. Because sometimes you can have them, but if you don't believe or you're not receptive, they won't operate to the degree that they should, to where you can be aware and recognize them, if you know what I mean. So there is ways also to practice, you know, listening, tasting, hearing, feeling, if this is some of the things that you are experiencing at this moment. All right, so let's go ahead and just dive right on in, okay? Because I'm not gonna keep you guys long, because I do want to kind of just chill and do a few other things, just to be real with you. Okay, so clairvoyance, that is clear seeing. So you see past, present, and future. Now, some people only see the past. Some people only see the future. Some people only see the present. Some people see all three. Some people can time travel by seeing on all three, right? So if you are clairvoyant, you get a lot of visions, flashes, imagery. Sometimes it's like a computer screen or a canvas, or like a window opens up, right? And it's like a flash, right? And you just see it like bam, and there it is, right? So if you are experiencing or have experienced these type of things, then 9 times out of 10, you possibly are clairvoyant. Now, people that are clairvoyant, as far as career, yeah, I'm going to give you guys like a career type of scenario that people are mostly drawn to when they have these particular senses. So for clairvoyance, people are usually drawn to becoming like an artist, photographer, a decorator, or even a designer of some sort. If that resonates with you, that very well may be what your gift is, right? Then there's also clairaudience. Now, clairaudience is clear hearing. Now, sometimes it's a physical hearing, like you have to be really strong and in tune to like physically hear. But sometimes it's more like a knowing, like you'll hear a whisper, or sometimes you'll hear a word or two, or sometimes numbers. Sometimes it's hearing words, sound, speech, music even. And careers, most people gravitate towards that have this particular gift, clairaudience, is like public speaking, musician, singer, writer of some sort, poetry, songs, even writing music even. Then there's also clairsentience. And please disregard if I'm not saying these right, because they are kind of tongue twisting. They really are, some of them. So yeah, clairsentience is like clear feeling. You sense energy, you sense emotions, you can sense people's pain. These are kind of the people that we refer to in the spiritual community as empaths. You can really resonate with how someone's feeling or what they're going through, and it cuts deep. Like you can know that someone is dying of a particular disease or something, and or there's terminal whatever, or they're just going through a tough rough patch, and like you can feel their pain, particularly if they're there with you and they're crying or going through it. You can sense it, like you can feel it. It's like it's yours, right? And also, you feel like, you're walking in their shoes. And the thing is that sometimes it's people that, majority of the time, it's people that you don't even know, right? Like you could be in the grocery store. I know I've experienced it many times, still do. I could be in a grocery store or wherever, and wherever there's a crowd of people, I'll sense it from afar. And the closer I get to that person, or if that person walks up to me or I'm sitting next to them, I'll sense whatever they're going through. And it's not always a negative thing. Like sometimes it's actually, a good positive thing. Like sometimes I'll even be like in a kind of low vibration, and that energy will come and I'll pick it up. And it's like, wow. And, I get this like burst, like pow, pow. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all of a sudden I'm happy or whatever. When I allow myself, of course, because most of the time I'm sensing energy where I'm like, skirt, but for the most part, when it's good energy, I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? So careers, it's also a gut feeling too. I do want to mention that. It's like a gut feeling. It's like a vibe, you sometimes can just walk into a room. I know I can, and I can just sense the energy. It could be, whether it's a few people or a lot of people, and you walk in, it's like, ooh, no, I ain't going up in there no more, or I ain't going no further. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, hell no, something ain't right up in there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Or the opposite. You go in, it's like, it's like, oh my God, this feels so like, wow, like this energy is good. Or you walk away thinking like, wow, that was really great energy, or that person or that place. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it gives you chills, and it's sometimes like for no reason. Like you'll be just like even thinking about something that has nothing to do with the place you're walking into, right? And you walk in, it's just bam, it hits you like that. Now, careers that people are more driven to would be, with this gift, would be like nannies, counselors, teachers, caregivers, doctors, nurses. You get my drift? So those are people that have the gift of clairsentience. Yes, indeed, darling. Now, there's also Clairaliance, I believe it's called. Clairaliance, Clairaliance. Depends on how you say it. I'm always saying tomato. But this is the one that's kind of not talked about so much, or not being known as a big sense. And it's kind of, weird for some, but it's the gift to smell. Yes. The gift to smell. It's like you can just be sitting, chilling, doing whatever, and then all of a sudden, I smell pizza. Now, you ain't nowhere near no pizza house, or you at home, ain't nobody got no pizza in the oven or the microwave, however you do it. But you smell pizza. Now, maybe someone in that house, or someone that you run into later on in the day, love pizza, or maybe an ancestor, someone passed away, a loved one of your inner circle, or someone that you don't even know, and it's bizarre. You'll be in public, whatever, talking with someone, engage in conversation, and they just bring up, oh yeah, my so-and-so passed, and they used to love to make homemade pizza, and that's what I miss about them most, and da 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 da. And sometimes that will lead you to open up a more secluded type conversation. Maybe at that time, it's for you to energetically pick that up and remember it, and give them some words of hope or words of encouragement, or it could be yourself. Maybe, you're being visited by your grandmother and she was Italian and she always baked homemade pizza dough and you made the pizza from scratch. And you remember growing up and there's those certain occasions when, when grandma was in the kitchen and you smell pizza all through the house. You know what I'm saying? So, it could be perfume. It could be, a cigar smell, cigarettes. Maybe someone passed and, they used to smoke cigars all the time. And it's a certain smell that comes up. And maybe that ancestor or that loved one is there trying to visit you, or your spirit guides are trying to relay a message. So those are some things, it could be perfume. It could be a vast variety of things, collective. And then also a career that most people are drawn to with this particular gift would be floristry. You love the smell of florals. They really speak to you. Wine tasting, even the smell of certain wines, you know what I mean? Past, and most of the time in the past, there's memories from the past. That's what I'm hearing. Past. Yeah, there's memories from someone's past in particular that's on this video, watching this right now. You get a lot of memories from your past. And there's certain smells that take you back. And this happens often more so than not. You need to go within, because your spirit guides are trying to convey a very beautiful message to you. And it's something in particular that you need to know that you've been seeking clarity on concerning the past. That's for somebody. Yes, indeed. Okay, moving on to the very, very next clairsentience. All right, so the very next one would be clairgustance. I think that's how you say it. Gustance. See, I have a lot of these gifts, but I really don't resonate with the names of them. It's just like, okay, this is a gift. It came from God. It's natural. It's this, it's that. Anyway, I believe it's clairgustance. Yeah. Anyway, it has to do with clear taste. Now, I've experienced this gift probably on 2 occasions out of my life, right? And I'm in my 40s, so, I mean, I wouldn't say that, oh yeah, I have clairgustance. Have it experienced it? Yes. And it's quite awkward and weird. Like, I just brushed my teeth. I could be just brushed them, right? Mouth is gleaming and clean and all that and sparkly. And out of nowhere, I just had this taste in my mouth so strong for a barbecue, a smoked barbecue, right? And it's like, I could just taste it. It's like I was salivating. It was that deep, y'all. Yes. I was salivating. And I'm like, And after that, you already know what happened. I had to go get me some ribs. But I come to find out later on that one of my past relatives owned a barbecue shop and made a really great recipe for a sauce. And it included a lot of liquid smoke. And it's so ironic because I actually make a homemade recipe and I use a liquid smoke. And I come to find out it was the same brand. And anyway, long story short, I experienced it. It was quite weird. And it was another time as well. And I was like, wow, what is this? So it was very interesting. Now, people resonate with these careers in particular. If you have this gift, you may want to get into the career of like chef, cooking, working in a restaurant, or opening a restaurant or a food truck, or possibly what they call them. Yes, thank you, Holy Spirit. Food critic. Yes, that would be a really great career for you. Or you're already gravitating towards that. Maybe it resonates with you. Maybe it does resonate now that you know that this could be possibly a good career for you. If you love working with tasting, or you're a foodie. Yes, indeed. Okay, so now the very last one, and then we're going to get down to a few ways that you can nurture these gifts. Now, there's a lot of ways. I'm just giving you just a brief. Main thing is I want to explain to you what some of them are and how you can utilize those gifts towards yourself and prospering your life and moving forward and of others, right? Now, claircognizance. Claircognizance. There's a Z. I always want to say nits, like claircognizance, but it's claircognizance, right? And that is the clear knowing. How you don't know why you know or how you know, you just know, darling. Yes. And again, it can refer back to someone that you don't know, you've never known them, or you've seen them, you've never seen them, maybe you heard a word, or someone was engaged in conversation with you and they brought up some particular person's name, and all of a sudden, like, you just knew something about them and you let that person know. They're like, oh my God, how'd you know that? Or you knew something about someone you were approaching, or someone that maybe you do know them, and you just knew some information that you're not supposed to know. Like, how did you know what you know? And when you tell that person, they're either spooked and like, what the F? Or they're like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So that would be claircognizance. It's lots of premonitions, predictions. You just know. And there's no practical way to really explain it. It's just a knowing. Now, careers that most people kind of gravitate towards in this sector would be like a spiritual teacher, religious teacher, also doctors, philosophers. Yes. A lot of people with this gift can gravitate towards philosophy, whether it's becoming a professional philosopher or just merely studying and researching a lot of stuff, right? And for, like I said, for a lot of people, these gifts are very natural, but a lot of people aren't open or receptive to them, or, you know, maybe how they're raised by their parents or the church elder people, whatever, told them that, oh, no, that's all, you know, the devil, or that's hocus pocus, whatever. But you should know that these are tangible gifts that we all pretty much have access to, whether it's natural or not. And with Clairaudience, usually the message comes short, you know, and calm. Sometimes it's just a word, a number. With Clairvoyance, it's usually imagery, and it's imagery that's kind of like a flash. It pops in, it pops out, and it's like, oh, what was that? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you're trained strong enough, you can catch it and, like, you know, maybe even hold it for a few seconds or whatever, or keep revisiting it till you just really get the clarity of it. Clairsentient is pretty much a way you can nurture that is through journaling. Journaling would be good. It's more of a strong vibe you get. It's more of a, like, a feel and an instinct. And so when you get that vibe, if you just sit for a minute with it and just, like, let it resonate and just empty your mind and just sit with how you feel, like way down in your gut, you can begin to train it to where you recognize it each time, right? And it will become stronger. Trust me, people. It will become way stronger. Then with claircognizance, this gift is pretty much like the downloads, you know? Like, I'm talking to you at this moment, and sometimes I'll just, bam, get the download. I'm like, or I'm trying to get my message out or try to convey what I want to say, and I just, you know, don't know at that moment because I'm human. No one's perfect. Or I didn't write notes that time for the video, whatever it may be, and it's just like, bam, and I'm like, ooh, thank you, Holy Spirit. I always give the higher source, my spirit team, glory for downloading, you know, at times. So you can begin to, like, train them. When you hear or see something just pop in your head, ponder on it. Like, literally, don't just wipe it out. Just, like, ponder for a minute. And 9 times out of 10, even when you're, another way to work with this gift and, like, nurture it is, like, when you're with your loved ones or friends, family, whatever, and that happens, catch it right away and just ask around. Like, ask around your circle. hey, did you know, da 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 da. And 9 times out of 10, as you begin to increase in the strength of this gift, you will see that it's like it's legitimate. It's like, whoa, right, right. Like it's like, oh my God, like, and the more you do that, it will just strengthen and increase, right? Okay, so then also, there's Clara. What was the other one? Oh, the weird one. Yes, Clairaliance. Yeah, that's that one where you smell stuff. You know, you smell cigars. I want to say dirty feet. That's not good if you smell somebody's old crusty, dirty feet. Woo! But you may, you know what I mean? And there's nobody else in the room. Hopefully it's not your own dirty feet, because shame on you. But you might smell some musty clothes or anything, you know what I'm saying, guys? And you may, I don't know, you might associate that smell with a memory in particular. So again, sit with it and really just meditate upon that smell and try to see where that smell came from. Again, you can ask people in your circle, because you may be smelling something in connection with a particular memory or message that you may need to relay or not. But just, no matter what, journal down when these experiences happen for you, and then just kind of replay, you know what I'm saying? And every time it comes up, any of these gifts, these aspects of these gifts, you'll begin to just, hone in on that skill and train it. And then, of course, sit with your spirit guides, sit with your higher self, your higher source, and ask source or your higher self to just bring the revelations, of who you are, what it is that you're meant to do with these gifts in particular. Now, closing. All of these gifts are accessible to all of us, right? With practice, and we can increase them. Once you are aware of the diversity of how the spirit can speak to you, it begins to then open beautiful doors and pathways, my beloved, that can help assist you and others in this beautiful journey that we call life, right? And then you are truly creating magic. Yes, indeed. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for joining me again on this beautiful message, this platform. And I just want to encourage you to really go within and explore yourself, explore these talents and these gifts. They are very beautiful. They can be scary in the beginning, I know, because years ago when I started like really honing in on my gifts, it was a creepy and scary thing, particularly coming from the strict church world. You know what I'm saying? Saved, and sanctified, Holy Ghost filled. You know what I mean? It was like, but after a while, you'll learn to love the source that's behind the gifts. And when you realize that the gifts come from source, it's a very beautiful journey to experience and embark upon. So I encourage you to love yourself, love your family, love those who love you as well, and pray for those who don't. And other than that, I'm Lolly Cosmo, and she knows. Alrighty, guys, it's been beautiful. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for my very next video. Hi, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for my very next video.